Happy Election Day, everybody. Welcome to the Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session for March 15th, 2016. We will begin this morning's meeting with a Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brown.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, need an approval of the minutes, the October 13th and November 3rd, 2015 General Session, and the minutes of the March 3rd, 2016 briefing.
Move approval.
I'll second the motion.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
The minutes has been approved.
All right, to the engineer, Cornell, good morning.
Resolution number 173-16, report first of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Alkire Road at Darby Creek Drive Improvement Project, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $1,975.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cornell Robertson, representing County Engineer Dean Ringel. This resolution is for the capital improvement project in the southwest part of the county in Pleasant Township at the intersection of Alkire Road and Darby Creek Drive. This is the first report for right-of-way acquisition, includes 2 properties, and the appraisals were based on fair market value.
Great. I'll move for approval of Resolution 173-16.
I'll second that.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 173-16 has been adopted. Resolution 174-16, report second, establishing sums of compensation and damages for a portion of the owners on the Alkire Road at Darby Creek Drive project, Pleasant Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $21,655.
Commissioners, this resolution is for the same capital improvement project. It is also a report for right-of-way acquisition. However, this property owner has passed away, and therefore we will have to work through the estate, and which will involve the probate court system, and we'll get help from the prosecutor's office.
Okay. I'll move for approval of Resolution 174-16.
And I'll second that.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 174-16 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Cornell. The Sheriff's Department.
Resolution 175-16, resolution authorizing a settlement to Gordon Champagne for a disputed vehicle damage claim due to an auto accident involving a Franklin County Sheriff's deputy in the amount of $500.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dave Masterson, Director of Administrative Services for Sheriff Scott. And this resolution will approve the settlement of a vehicle damage claim from an accident that occurred on June 17th of 2015. It's been recommended by the prosecutor and fleet management and offers the payment of $500 to cover the deductible. A bodily injury claim is still pending from the accident, and pending any questions, I ask approval of this resolution.
Move approval of Resolution 175-16.
Second that.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 175-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 176-16, resolution authorizing an agreement with the Franklin County Job and Family Services for police protection at 3 office locations within Franklin County in the amount of $995,000.
Commissioners, approval of this agreement with Job and Family Services will authorize the continuance of protective services provided by 8 deputy sheriffs at the 3 office locations within Franklin County. It's a 1-year contract ending December 31st of 2016, and as mentioned, will not exceed $995,000. Pending any question, I ask approval.
Move approval of 176-16.
I'll second that motion.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 176-16 has been adopted. Resolution 177-16, resolution authorizing contracts for the supply of commissary items for resale at the Franklin County Correctional Facilities in the amount of $935,000.
This resolution authorizes a one-year contract through March 14th of 2017 with 8 distributors to supply the commissary with needed food and hygiene items. It also includes the inmate whites program that we are going to get off the ground. And these items will be resold to the inmates in both jail facilities with the proceeds used to benefit the inmates while they are incarcerated. Pending any questions, ask approval of this resolution.
Move for approval of Resolution 177-16.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 177-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanitary Engineers Department.
Resolution 178-16, resolution approving an agreement with American Structure Point for the Century Acres Wastewater Treatment Plant Upgrade Project in the amount of $343,346.80.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Marie Doklovic, representing the Sanitary Engineer, Director Stephen Renner. We're here before you to seek your approval to enter into contract with American Structure Point for professional design services. We have determined that our Century Acres wastewater treatment plant, which is in the southeast portion of the county, is deteriorated. It needs to go away. And American Structure Point will be doing the design services to build a new, to design a new force main, a pump station, and also a decommissioning plan for our pump station. For our treatment plant, my apologies. Pending any questions, I cannot speak today. It's my allergy medicine.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I know the
We
feeling.
request your approval of the contract.
We talked about it in briefing, so we're good.
We did, and you have it all written out.
We're good. I move approval of Resolution 178-16.
Yeah, we're all feeling our allergies.
It's horrible.
It is, yeah, it's getting there. I'll second the motion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Moved and seconded. Voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 178-16 has been adopted.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks, Marie.
Take care.
Thanks for keeping our water
Economic
clean.
Development and Planning.
Resolution 179-16, resolution in support of the Hancock Farm Conservation Project.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Jenny Snap, Assistant Director, Economic Development and Planning. First resolution we have this morning is a resolution in support of the Hancock Farm Conservation Project. This is an application that Appalachia, Ohio Alliance put together. They're a non-profit land conservancy dedicated to conservation and stewardship of natural resources. They're applying for a Clean Ohio Green Space Conservation Program Fund for the preservation of open space, sensitive ecological areas, and stream corridors. This program is administered by the Ohio Public Works Commission. We do have two representatives here, Mr. Steve Flagel and Mr. Steve Goodwin, and I believe Steve Flagel would like to come up and say a few words. I thought you might have a few questions or would like to hear about the project personally.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm just handing out a little bit of information on our organization. This is the second time we've come before you with a request, a similar request. I think you have the information. I'll be glad to answer any questions. Appalachia Ohio Alliance is working on a Cider River Flyway Corridor initiative, which covers the entire Cider River watershed and waterway. We're working on the Darby, Big Darby, Cider River, Olentangy, and other rivers in the community. So we're working on riparian corridor protection and water quality primarily. Also habitat for migratory and nesting birds, butterflies, bats, things like that that reside in the area.
What you're doing is so important. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for really honing in on this and protecting those bird flyways. You know, some people don't really relate to why are you protecting these bird areas? Well, it's really an indication of human health as well and our water quality. And being a ninth-generation Appalachian, maybe a little bit more than that, I just want to thank you for protecting our homeland, too.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for your stewardship. We appreciate it very much.
Well, and we appreciate your support.
Great. Good luck with it.
Any other questions?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
This particular grant will allow them to purchase 212 acres of land in Jackson Township along Jackson Pike, and that's south of Hibbs Road. This is directly across the road from the resolution of support you saw last year, which was the Utzinger Bog. And of course, Ohio Revised Code 164.23B1 requires a resolution of support from the county commissioners. So pending any further questions, we request your support.
Happy to move approval of Resolution 17916, and again, we appreciate your stewardship.
I will gladly second that motion.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 179-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 180-16, review a petition to annex 4.2 plus or minus acres from Hamilton Township to the City of Columbus, case number ANX-EXP2-04-16.
This resolution is to consider an expedited Type 2 annexation petition of approximately 4.2 acres from Hamilton Township to the City of Columbus. The area to be annexed includes 4 parcels located at 6173 Shook Road, and that includes portions of road right-of-way along Shook. It's west of Shook Road and north of Bagrow Street. The petition was filed by Jackson B. Reynolds. He is in attendance. If you have any questions, on behalf of 4 property owners. 72% of the site's perimeter is contiguous to the City of Columbus, which passed ordinance number 0448-2016 on February 22nd, 2016, indicated services that were provided, and also a statement regarding possible incompatible land uses and zoning buffer. Petition meets all statutory requirements outlined in Section 709.021 of the Ohio Revised Code, and pending any questions, we request your approval.
Jack, do you have anything to add? No, sir. Great.
Move approval of 180-16.
I'll second that. Jack, I do have a quick question. We are seeing all the time issues arise in our local media, among our nonprofit groups, as well as in the national media, about economic recovery in our millennials and even seniors, kind of those 2 groups that need additional low and moderate income housing. Is there a possibility that some of this development might end up being in the low and moderate income housing?
As a matter of fact, the only well, and it's not even only, there is 4.2 acres. 2.5 acres is actually owned by the Woods. Of that 2.5 acres, a portion of it is actually the historical Erie Canal.
Oh, okay,
So
great.
there
So there's gonna be
will
some
be no
preservation?
development as a part of
Good.
this
Well,
process.
that's good.
As a matter of
Very
fact,
good,
there's a
that.
single-family house on the property, and the
Okay.
Woods' daughter live in it. And this is simply an opportunity for them to get water and sewer to serve the house.
So it's just a very small.
It's very
Okay,
small.
good.
So
Well, that's really good, and how wonderful of the family to preserve that history
yeah,
for us.
it's
Great.
the majority of the 2.5 acres is the canal.
Great, that's wonderful to hear. Good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Moved in second and voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 180-16 has been adopted. Resolution 181-16, resolution to adjust the boundaries of Westerville Township, thereby making them conform to the boundaries of the City of Westerville in case number VC-06-16.
This resolution is to consider a boundary change petition to adjust the boundary lines between Westerville and Blendon Townships to make the boundary of Westerville Township conform to the boundaries of the City of Westerville. Again, Westerville Township is one of those paper townships that we've talked about in the past. The petition was filed by the City of Westerville pursuant to ordinance number 2016-04, requesting that the boundaries of the township be changed. The area to be adjusted includes a parcel of land and adjacent road right-of-way which was annexed into the City of Westerville on September 15th, 2015 as an expedited Type 1 annexation. The parcels are located at 6609 South Hempstead Road, and the area to be adjusted totals 1.12 acres. The petition has been filed in accordance with Section 503.07 of the Ohio Revised Code. Pending any questions, we request your approval.
I'll move approval of 18116.
I'll second the motion.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 181-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 182-16, resolution to adjust the boundaries of Westerville Township, thereby making them to conform to the boundaries of the City of Westerville, case number BC-07-16.
This resolution is to consider a boundary change petition to adjust the boundary lines between Westerville and Blunden Townships to make the boundary of Westerville Township conform to the boundaries of the City of Westerville. The petition was filed by the City of Westerville pursuant to ordinance number 2016-05, requesting that the boundaries of Westerville Township be changed. The area to be adjusted includes a parcel of land and adjacent road right-of-way that was annexed into the City of Westerville on March 29, 2005, as an expedited Type 1 annexation. The parcels are included in the Creek Run subdivision, lots 1 through 15, and Reserve A, and the area to be adjusted totals 7.219 acres. The petition has been filed in accordance with Section 503.07 of the Ohio Revised Code. Pending any questions, we request your approval.
Move approval of 18216.
I'll second that. Jenny, do you know offhand, I just have a quick question. There's no economic impact on any resident because of the boundary adjustment?
No, we aren't aware of any. It's my understanding that given the fact that these two boundary changes are so close together, that probably the City of Westerville was cleaning up some records when they saw that this was never actually gone through the formal boundary change adjustment process.
Great, thanks.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 182-16 has been adopted.
Jenny, I'm going to make you say, what is it, road right-of-way?
Road.
5 times fast.
I'll save that
That's
for another
another
day.
one of the, it's a good tongue twister. We hear it here all the time. All right, thanks. Child Support Enforcement.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Resolution number 183-16, resolution authorizing a 4D contract with the Franklin County Data Center in the amount of $897,231.45.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lori Torriero on behalf of the Franklin County Child Support Enforcement Agency. This resolution is our annual interagency agreement with the data center. Most of the funds on this particular contract represent the remainder of the document imaging project expenses that are being passed through from the data center. That project will, the costs on that project will end December 31st. So the first 9 months of the contract are the bulk of the contract, if you will. Pending any questions, we'd request your approval.
I will move approval of 18316.
I'll second the motion.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 183-16 has been adopted. Resolution number 184-16, resolution authorizing a 4D contract with the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office in the amount of $352,792.44.
Commissioners, this again is our annual interagency agreement with the Prosecutor's Office for those few cases that we refer as a percentage of our regular caseload for criminal prosecution for non-payment of child support. The contract pays for 2 full-time prosecutors plus some ancillary staff that go along with that. Pending any questions, we'd request your approval.
Lori, we talked at briefing about what percentage of that. It's very low.
Yeah, it's barely over 0.5% of our total enforcement caseload.
So we're not out looking to...
No, we refer cases only after we have firm evidence that there is a present ability to pay, and after all of our other outreach efforts have failed.
Thank you.
So we...
Thank you for saying that.
Yes, we make every effort to not get to this point.
Thank you.
Sure. Good.
Thank you. I will move approval of Resolution 18416.
I'll second that motion.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 184-16 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Homeland Security and Justice Programs.
Good morning.
Resolution number 185-16, resolution authorizing receipt of the Franklin County FY 2015 Stop Violence Against Women Act Block and Administrative Grant Awards in the amount of $540,895.25.
Good morning, Commissioners. Melissa Pearson on behalf of the Franklin County Homeland Security and Justice Programs. The Stop Violence Against Women Block Grant Award supports funding and support for prosecution, law enforcement, the courts and victim services to enhance response and services to victims of domestic violence, stalking, sexual assault, and dating violence. The award amount of $525,346 and the administrative award amount in the amount of $15,548.83 reflects a 3% reduction over last year's award and a 6% reduction over FY 2012. We do require a 25% match for the administrative award, and that amount is in the amount of $5,182.84. So this resolution also requests that funding from the general fund. The individual sub-grant awards will be brought before you next week. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval to accept this block award.
Happy to accept and wish it was more. I'll move approval of Resolution 18516 and also wish we didn't need it.
I'll second that. Just a quick question, and if you don't know it now, if you could just get us the information. I'm hearing from various people that stalking incidents are actually up, not down. And if you could get us that information before we vote on the individual contracts next week, and perhaps by jurisdiction, I at least would like to see that.
Absolutely. We do have that data, and we'll make sure that's provided for you before
Thanks,
next week's
Melissa.
general session.
Thank you.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 185-16 has been adopted.
Thanks, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Resolution number 186-16, resolution approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. I have the following personnel actions this week. Child Support Enforcement Agency, 4 new hires, 1 leave of absence, 1 suspension, and 1 resignation. Department of Job and Family Services, 1 new hire, 3 promotions, 1 temporary work level, 1 leave of absence, and 1 resignation. And Public Facilities Management, 1 resignation. Pending any questions, I request approval of the resolution.
Move for approval of Resolution 18616.
I'll second the motion.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 186-16 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Purchasing Department.
Resolution number 187-16, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $1,576,443.72.
Good morning, Commissioners. Carl Cuthbert representing the Purchasing Department. The resolution before you requests your approval of 111 purchase orders. These purchase orders have been pre-certified as to availability funds by the County Auditor. Pending any questions, we recommend their approval.
Move approval of 18716.
And I'll second that motion.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Resolution 187-16 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Antoine, do we have any journalizations today?
There are not any.
All right, well then, we will adjourn today's meeting and see everybody next week.